It is December 18th, 2020. We're here in the backyard of the property at 5005 Arroyo, Lindo in San Diego, California, 92117. So this back side corner that we're at right here is the newly added master bathroom, and they installed a 3-inch ABS plastic sewer clean out right here. So we're going to go into this line and see if we can access this whole part of the system. We did go ahead and flush all the toilets and run some water through all the fixtures when we arrived because the house is vacant. And we wanted to go ahead and put water into the pipe to confirm that everything has proper slope. We don't want to see any standing water in the system because, of course, everything is supposed to have downhill slope of 1/4 inch per foot. So there should be no standing water. We'll go through these brand new pipes that were installed for this bathroom. Here's our T-junction right here, picking up the other fixtures from the bathroom. We have 2 additional bathrooms that are back to back with each other in the original part of the house. We don't know if this line eventually goes towards there and junctions in, or if it's going to have its own separate pathway. Should junction in. We have a T-junction right here. They should be picking up the laundry. The laundry's in the garage as we headed away from this master bathroom bedroom across the house, and then eventually it also catches the kitchen drain line. Still all new ABS plastic pipes. Here we have another T-junction, so this should be the kitchen right here. Still all new ABS plastic. Here we have a vertical T-junction right here and a bunch of other T-junctions, so we may be at the point already where we actually are picking up the 2 bathrooms. This would be the first bathroom, would be the hall bathroom. And again, they are back to back with each other, so they immediately share all the same piping. Okay, we have another T-junction right here. This might still be within the house or getting close to the edge, because here we've got our transition back to the original cast iron. So right here, this is probably getting too close to the edge of the foundation wall from the crawl space where they stopped replacing all of it because it wasn't accessible without digging. We have a clean transition. So far this cast iron looks in good condition. Very little scale or buildup or deposits in the walls yet, so it looks good. Have a turn on the line right here. Cast iron still looks good condition. There's no roots, no foreign debris or objects. No areas holding water. No, again, cracks or splits or major problems with the pipe. Just a little bit of buildup and scaling on the side walls, but nothing that needs to be treated or cleaned or maintained in any way. It looks good still. Okay, we have, looks like a coupling right there maybe. Doesn't look like it opens up, just a little change in color, so thought maybe we had a vertical clean out there. That's not the case. Here we have a original property line clean out. So right there, kind of hard to see on the screen, but the pipe does open up vertically at the very, very top of the pipe. So right now we're getting to be where we're basically just a few feet probably in front of the city sidewalk or in that general location. So right here is where this horizontal pipe is going to make its complete vertical downturn at the property line here to then continue down to get closer to the depth that the lateral that comes off the street is. So we're making this turn right here, going down at about a 60-degree angle or so, maybe even greater, and we are in retransition right back to horizontal. And this now turns in from the cast iron to 4-inch clay pipe. So we're now in clay pipe. We got to get kind of a running start again. There we go. So pushed out quite a long ways here, almost 100 feet. So we're going to have to run some water to get this through the rest of the pipe unless we can verify that that property line cleanout's brought to surface. So we're going to check to see if that was for some reason brought to surface, and then we're going to go ahead and run some water. So we're going to pause the video. Okay, so we did not see a property line clean out, which we didn't expect because it's the original cast iron and the original builders never brought that to surface and they weren't required to. So we got the water running. We're going to see if we can get this camera through the rest of the clay. We're going to push this as quickly as we can, and then once we get the camera all the way out to the city, hopefully, we'll shut the water off and then pull in reverse so we can see that there's no issues, hopefully, with the clay pipe here. Okay, looks like we just got into the city, and we're actually looking at a T-junction from another neighbor's property. So we got all the way out, and we're going to go ahead now and pause the video again to go ahead and just shut the water off so we can pull back in reverse. Okay, so we're going to start pulling back now. Most of the water should have dissipated by now, and so we'll go ahead and look at this clay. So again, we're in the city pipe right here. Here's the end of the lateral for this house, so that's the T-junction where it dumps into the city. There's a clay junction right there. The black rubber boot looks clean and clear. We're mostly looking for roots with clay. That's the biggest problem. Every once in a while it can be cracked or broken, but roots are most susceptible to getting into there. Just a little bit of standing water here that's not perfectly draining out, so the pipe is just slightly more level. But again, this is out in the street. It is smooth pipe though, unlike cast iron, so it's rare it would clog. And obviously there's no debris in the system right now. So not really a huge concern in any way, shape, or form. There's a hub right there. See anything? Another hub there, looks clear. Clear there. Clear there. Clear there. Possibility of some super tiny, small, fine roots on the left side of the pipe right there, but looks very, very minimal. I can't even say if it is roots 100%. It could just be some little piece of debris, some cobwebs or something else from a bug, but it's really next to nothing, but just showing it on the video there. Not a real concern. Oh, there we go. As we look on the top, that is some roots there. So now I can see on the top portion of the pipe, there's a little bit of roots getting in there on the top. So that is some small roots getting in. So we'll go ahead and let me pull back here. We're going to take one more snapshot photo of this. We're going to go ahead and locate to see where this is at, and then we will go ahead and locate the property line clean out because the distance we're at here of over 100 feet, snaking machines are all maximum 100 feet. Also, this is a 3-inch entry point for this sewer clean out, and this is a 4-inch pipe, so you're not going to be able to effectively clean that out in any way, shape, or form with any kind of standard drain cleaning equipment. You'd either have to, from here, you'd have to use a hydro jetter, which is just a lot more expensive to be able to do, and you also won't be able to easily maintain the line with a chemical treatment. So the property line clean out is going to be something you'd really want to get to surface, so that a chain knocking system or a chain knocker on the end of a standard cable system can be used to rip these roots out, which is a much cheaper way to clean the roots out if it ever has to be constantly maintained than the hydrojetting price. And then again, there's an inexpensive foaming chemical treatment that can be put down the pipes to maintain these roots from growing back in the system, and that needs to be poured down as close to the entry point as possible because it only treats so many feet of pipe and only so effectively can foam up inside the line, because here, as you can see, it needs to get to the top of the pipe as well. So you can't do the chemical treatment from this clean out Without the property line clean out, you'd have to do it from inside the house through the toilets, which can be very messy as it foams up, or try to do it from the roof vents, but again, not very effective from that distance that it would land up being. So we're going to go ahead and push forward right here just a little bit more. We're going to go ahead and pause, and we're going to locate to see where this is at in the street or on the edge. Okay, so we've located this root intrusion. This actually is just before you get to the street, so it's the little frontage area in between the sidewalk and the street. It's 2 feet before you get to the street. The pipe is 40 inches deep, so it's a little over 3 feet deep, and it's again right on the line of almost the neighbor's property on the cross street. So when you're leaving the front door of this property and then going down the walkway, you have a property just to the left by a few feet literally. And that's actually where this line is as you get across the sidewalk. That's where this path of this pipe is. So we've got it marked with a white stake in the ground denoting the depth of 40 inches. There's roots in the line, and it's clay pipe. So we're now going to go ahead and pull back on this line, continue back, look at the rest of the clay, and see if there's any other intrusions. There's that hub, and that one is clean and clear. That one's clean and clear. And here's our transition back to the cast iron. So we're now going to come back up to this spot right here, which is the original property line clean out in this cast iron. So you can see right here again where this horizontal on the top of the pipe, slightly even off to the left, they have it tilted at a slight angle. That's the original clean out access point that you could dig down, cut off the cap, extend the pipe vertically to surface, put on a irrigation style cover box to cover it up, and then go through here and to be able to do the cleaning and maintenance on this root intrusion that's in the line. And with clay pipe, again, they are very susceptible, so with the bush and the tree, which is right on the neighbor's property near here, it's also a good thing to have that, because other intrusions could occur on other portions of the clay pipe. We only have one right now, but that doesn't mean more won't develop. So we're going to leave this camera right here on the edge, right about where this T-junction again is going to be, going vertically up in this general area. We're now going to go ahead and pause and locate to see where this is at on the property. Okay, so we've gone ahead and located this cast iron property line clean out T-junction. It's a few feet in front of the sidewalk under the grass yard, just to the left of the walkways. You're walking up to the front door of the house. We're going to go ahead and pull our camera all the way out, and we'll go ahead and show the stakes that we have in the ground, because we have another white stake denoting this area here. The pipe is only about 23 to 24 inches deep to the bottom of the pipe, so luckily it's not very deep, and again it's under the grass, so it's a diggable area. So we're now going to go ahead and pause and pull out our camera and show those markings in the front of the house. Okay, it's already dark outside, so a little difficult to see, but anyway, this is again the corner of the house right here leading up from the walkway, and so right here is our sidewalk, and right here is the denotion that the property line clean out is at 24 inches deep, and it's the cast iron. We did go ahead and paint the grass with a little bit of green marking paint, so if that stake gets lost, that'll stay for a while. And then again, as we pan over, you can see there's a tree right there, and there's a bush right there. We're going to move closer to that bush right now, so we're going to pause for 1 second. Okay, so again, here's this little bush from the neighbor's property, and then they have the tree right past it, but here's the curb, street, and right here is our little stake in the ground denoting that one root intrusion at 40 inches deep in the clay pipe. So again, really close to the edge of the property, but it is on this property. It doesn't really matter, it's underground, but that's the positioning of everything. So that concludes the recording for this property.